All right. Hello everyone, and welcome back. So, before I get to the cards, there are a few things that I kind of want to throw at you. Normally, I don't do this, and you hear me say that way more often than not on this channel because I'm always changing things, as Aquariuses do. This is my journal, and for the past few weeks, I'll say few weeks, I have been struggling with my higher vibration. There have been a few things that have flown in and out of my life, and it's all, don't want to say it's all in my head, but it's kind of all in my head, that I was subconsciously lowering my vibration, and my dreams, my unconscious, was trying to get my attention. And it didn't click until partially yesterday and partially to today. So I'm going to kind of give you the affirmations that I wrote down these past 2 days, because I feel as though that they will help you. So there were a few of them that may hit home, and that's kind of the point here. I don't want you to feel as though that this is an attack of any kind. But the few things that are going through my brain here, while Kit is also attacking my foot. Yeah, little man is up and moving. He's all running around. Anyway, the few things that are coming through is, first off, you can't control everything. That is something that, me being an Aquarius, I love seeing the bigger picture. I love seeing all of the little bits and puzzle pieces that fly in and out of everyone's life, and including my own. Kit, I'm so sorry. I literally have one foot hanging down from this chair, and he seems to think that it's his attack toy. But you can't control everything. Like I can't control Kit. Kit is going to do what little kittens do, and if he decides he's going to attack my foot and climb up my leg, he's going to attack my foot and climb up my leg. It's not what they do, it's how you respond to what people are doing. Believing it to see it. It's not the other way around. It makes me think of the Santa Claus movies, where seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. And that also, it kind of goes into your brain, and it kind of throws things for a loop, because you're like, well, if I can't see it, I don't believe it. But that's not how that energy works. That's not how this energy works. Kind of like manifesting. You have to step into your own higher vibration in order for those other higher vibrational things to come in. So don't think that you have to see it to believe it. You have to believe it to see it. Hold on. Come here, you. You are literally climbing up my pant leg. Hello, Mr. Kit. Everyone say hi. This is Mr. Kit. Yeah, are you going to be up here today? Okay, you can be up here for a little bit, but I can't let you be up here because I got to pull cards. Hope is not here to hurt you. Hope is here to inspire you. And I know that when people think of hope, yes, you are in theory putting yourself out there. And yes, at times you could have some disappointments. It's not about the disappointment. It's about the fact that you stepped out of your comfort zone and you're like, oh, okay, this is going to help me get to the next level. This is going to help me get to the next step. You have to change the way you go about things in order to get a different result. And that could be part of any form of your life, whether it be with your job, whether it be with romantic situations, whether it be with your money. If things aren't working out and you're like, well, I've been doing the same thing over and over again, or if you've kind of tweaked it, but it's still the same thing, you're going to get the same result. It's kind of going back to that hoping and stepping out of your comfort zone. You have to allow the change. You have to allow change to come in and out of your life, because that's kind of the consistency of life. Life is always changing. So you have to accept that change in order for change to happen. With that change being said, it also has to do with your behavior, your manifestation, your vibration. You have to make the change and you have to allow that change to happen. Yes, things are going to come in and out of your life. Things are going to change. It happens. Again, that's life. Going back to the puzzle pieces of being an Aquarius and being able to kind of see the bits and pieces and things, if you try to control everything, you kill the universal magic. That is something that MJ said yesterday on Soulful Revolution. Love what she does. A serious fan. But if you try to control everything, you're not going to be able to get that universal magic because you're squashing it. You're like, okay, I want this to happen, but it has to look a certain way. No, that's not how that works. It's not how that works. And as these changes are coming into your life, you can't go back to the old way because you just got out of that vibration. You got out of that energy, and so now it's time for you to allow the change, which means you can't go back. You can't revert back to the old vibration. You have to allow the new way to come through. Now, when that new way comes through, here's the kicker. Some of us, me being one of them, I don't like not being able to see. My intuition is a wonderful experience for me. I love being able to hear my intuition and my spirit guides, but sometimes they go quiet. They do go quiet. And it's in those moments, he's back again, in those moments where your intuition goes quiet, it's not the fact that they're abandoning you. Some of them, they would want you to listen to the 3D world around you. Some of them are waiting for you to create your own path. When it comes to people waking up in the spiritual path, on the lovely little spiritual journeys that we all embark on at some point in time in our lives after we wake up, it can be a little nerve-wracking because you're like, I don't know which way to go. There's no clear definition as to, yes, I want to go this way, or no, you should go this way. That's not how this works. Your spiritual journey is different than mine. And you have to make your own way forward, which means there is no trail. There are no signs. It's literally you. So as you step into this energy, there may not be a path forward because it's a path that you get to create. So don't think that you're just going to hop on and be like, oh, I'm going to follow this way, I'm going to follow this way. I mean, yes, there are some spiritual paths like there's the divination tools, or there's the, MJ says, healers, mystics, shamans. Like there's all of these different types of energies that come with the spiritual awakening, but that's for you to figure out. And yes, you may be able to, like a tree, you may be able to find a general path, but after you find that general path, shortly you get further along down that line and you're like, okay, I see where this is going, but I don't want to go this way. I want to do kind of my own thing. Hence, you are creating your own path. When that happens, you won't be able to see. Sometimes. It's difficult because you are embarking on your own journey. You are the leader here. So as you are moving forward, as you are blazing your trail, as MJ says, you are making the way. It's like walking through a jungle and you've got the sword. There are people behind you and they're trusting you to lead. So as you're making the way and chopping down all of these weeds and different things that come with jungles, you may not have all of the answers. And I'm here to tell you that's okay. Because as you make your way forward through this path, you discover and you learn that on this path, it's you. Your mistakes, your decisions, your choices, they all lead you to this moment. Now, whether those decisions are good or bad, that's for you to decide. But the trick of this energy is to get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. It's sometimes going to be really good, and sometimes it's going to be really bad, and sometimes things are going to leave that you may not want them to leave, but you have to let go of the old in order for the new to come in. That's just how this works. Equivalent exchange is going through my brain. It doesn't just work with alchemy. It works with the spiritual journey as well. So as you're going through this, don't let fear guide you, because it's not what this is. It's the hope that's guiding you. It's that curiosity. It's that wanting to learn energy that is guiding you forward. Don't let fear control. Don't let fear drive the ship, because you're going to end up in situations and places where you're like, this is kind of gross energy. So, with fear being out of the way, a way to help you work through this energy is to focus on you. What do you need? What is your life and your body trying to tell you that you need? That is what's helped me wade through some of this energy that wasn't so higher vibration that I was normally raising on. I'm not going to lie. Looking at this camera, looking at me, and looking back about 2 weeks, I can see the energy change. I can see how bright the aura has become because I stopped listening to other people and their negative comments and their negative comments and their attributions to my life. Okay, fine. You don't understand. That's okay. It's okay to not understand. And some people won't understand your spiritual journey. They just won't. Some people think it's a bunch of hocus pocus. Some people think it's a bunch of kaflooey, and that's okay. As long as you understand what you were doing and where you were going, that's fantastic. And the last thing that I have is your subconscious knows a lot more than what it lets on. I know these past few weeks I've been having some really messed up dreams. And it wasn't until last night's dream that everything kind of fell into place here. I was letting fear run the ship. I was more concerned about how things were going to look and how I was going to change it or how I was going to get through that energy. And it's not what this is. It's not what this is. My dreams were telling me to step back into my power, that I am in control of this ship. It's not a ship that's driving itself. It is me. So that is kind of the point that I'm trying to get across here is it's not your best friend. It's not your parents. It's not your significant other. Yes, these things play a role in the environment that you were in, the sea that you were sailing through, the jungle that you were wading through, but it's ultimately up to you and the choices that you make. So keep that in mind going forward, okay? Okay, so those are the lovely little notes and things that have come through for me for the past 2 days. I feel as though that those are very important. I wanted to share those with you. So now we are going to move forward and look and see what the tarot has to say. I'll leave a timestamp. I will definitely leave a timestamp. That way, people who maybe watch part of this and come back, you'll be able to jump straight to the reading. So without further ado, let's get started with this reading. Let's see where the energy and the cards want to take us today. Let's see. But hopefully this energy helped you. Hopefully my words, at least one of them gave you some sort of guidance, okay? Okay, let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through. Kit is being a terror today. We've got Thinker, Loyal Heart, To Be Fair. I like the fact that the To Be Fair showed up because I know that we are moving into Libra season. I think we're right at the very edge of Virgo into Libra. So there is balance happening. I love this To Be Fair. There is balance happening. And with this Thinker and Loyal Heart, like I was saying, I feel as though that this Loyal Heart doesn't have to do with other people. I mean, it could have to do with somebody else, but what I'm getting is kind of that promise to yourself. And I feel as though that you are now starting to think of the energy and think of the ways that you can rebalance you. You are wading through this energy. You are moving into a more balanced energy because you are listening to yourself. And that's wonderful. I'm glad that some of us, myself included, are starting to take the time to listen to not only my spirit guides and your spirit guides and everything else that comes with that energy, but you're also listening to your body. You're listening to yourself and your own internal thinking. Because your own internal thinking can be your best friend, and it can also be your worst enemy. Especially if you get into that negative spiral and you just keep spinning and spinning and spinning. It can really wear you down. So just keep that in mind as you are moving through this energy. And again, Libra season, Libra is all about the scales, the balance, and I feel as though that you will balance out throughout this Libra time. So underneath we've got the Nine of Wands, absolutely. The Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and then we also have the Two of Swords. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, we've got 9 and 1 is 10. And I feel as though this passion and inspiration is starting to come back in. It's starting to flow through you. And so, of course, 9 plus 1 is 10. And I feel as though that you are now moving away from the things that didn't make you feel so good. And you are now stepping into that higher vibration of, this is my passion. This is what I want to do. And with this Two of Swords, I know that I normally see it as you're kind of oblivious. But right now, I love how this Two of Swords is here because, yes, she's got the Two of Swords. She's also blindfolded. So she's not seeing. You're not seeing what's in front of you. But I feel as though that she is listening to her internal being because the sea behind her, water, is emotion. Water's got that energy to it. So as you are moving through this, I definitely feel as though that you are reconnecting with who you are. We got the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit. I love it. We've also got the Two of Cups here. There's that balanced energy. Yes. What's grounding you is the Queen of Wands. We have a set here. Love it. What's guiding you is the Six of Cups. The energy you have just come out of or are moving out of is, is the Empress, which is Taurus and Libra. Okay. The energy you're moving into is the World. Motion cards, we've got the Magician, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Look at this energy. Look at this. And the outcome here is the Queen of Cups. I love that. I love how we go from the Two of Swords to the Queen of Cups. Because now you're seeing, now you can see, now you've got that cup and you're like, yes, this is the emotional. I love how she's facing now. It looks like she's facing towards the water instead of away from it. You are embracing those inner feelings. As you are moving through this dark energy, the lower vibration energy, things are starting to come forward. Things are starting to finally click. Things are making you happy. You're starting to understand your self-worth, your self-esteem, the inner vibration that you have. You are starting to understand the things that are good for you and the things that aren't good for you. Again, the energy you're moving out of is this Empress energy. It's that Libra Taurus. It's you are starting to rebalance these scales even if you're not consciously doing it. What's grounding you is this Queen of Wands. There's more of that inspirational energy. I love how it goes the Knight of Wands when it first comes in. We also have the King of Wands here. But this Queen of Wands is kind of like halfway between the two. And so you are discovering that what's good for you may not be good for other people. That's okay. That's fantastic. What's guiding you is the Six of Cups. I want to take a look at the Six of Cups because the Six of Cups is past energy. And what I mean by past energy is like inner child energy, the past experiences that you have had. I definitely feel as though you are thinking about this energy. You're thinking about the things that worked and the things that didn't work, and you're trying to sift and sort and rebalance it all. So we've got the Two of Wands. Okay. Two of Wands. Queen of Swords. I saw her when I was shuffling. We got the King of Pentacles, and underneath We've got the Judgment card. Absolutely. You, and the Ten of Cups underneath. You are making this decision. It may start out as a subconscious decision, but now it's just like, hey, it's now conscious. This is what I'm doing. This is what I need to be doing. Me, as I move through my own lower vibration, the one thing that helps me is I look in the mirror. I look in the mirror and I ask myself, what do you need? It's like I'm talking to another person, but I'm actually talking to myself. What do you need that will make you feel better today, that will help raise that vibration of yours, that will help that clarity and that higher vibrational abundance and self-worth of the decisions that I'm making? How can I make this more? How can I make this better? What can I do to kind of open up more to the paths in front of me that I can't see, but I can feel? And so you are now making that choice to actively start doing this. And of course, the energy you're moving into is the World card. Things are spinning forward. Things are in motion now. Things are starting to progress forward. Now, as things start to progress forward, we got the Magician, the Three of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. There's that transformation energy. There's this tail end of that Virgo energy. So it may be towards the end. We are at the end of Virgo time. Libra. We're moving into Libra. We're at the end of Leo. Don't quote me on this. I could very well be wrong. I know we're moving into Libra season, but I know we also had Virgo season. So the change could have started in Virgo time, but it didn't start manifesting or didn't start to click until we moved through that Leo energy and now moving into that Libra energy. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. There's that celebration. There's that, there are these cups again. There are these cups, and you are sitting around them because you know that all of these cups are full. And the outcome here is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, like I said, she's embraced her internal feelings. She is like, this is how I'm going to guide myself forward, and it's solely based on her and her cup. Ten of Cups. 9 plus 1 is the Ten of Cups. So you are moving into a new chapter, or you are completing out, you are completing out an old cycle, but I feel as though that completing out of that cycle will automatically kind of wash you into the new cycle because you have stepped into this vibration that you may have stepped out of. And like I said, it could very well be subconscious, it may be unconscious. You may not be aware that it has happened until this energy moves in. And then you're like, oh my gosh, like, what just happened? For me, it was like another spiritual awakening. It was like all of that darkness was giving me tunnel vision, and then the moment that all of this started to fall into place, it was like somebody had lit up the room. I'm just like, okay, I'm awake again. Again, I am awake, and I see what was happening. I see what was going on, and now I'm going to actively make the choice to continue to stay in this vibration. It is a choice. It is a choice. And the choice is yours. So let's see what zodiacs we have here. I could be talking to a Libra, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, and then Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. So one more time, I could be talking to a Taurus, Libra, Leo, Scorpio, Virgo, and then Aquarius. I could be talking to, I definitely feel as though I'm talking to one of you, but this is a general reading. This are only the zodiacs that show up. So before I let you go, any actions or advice that you want to give to these wonderful people? All right, underneath, we got the Four of Pentacles. There's that stuck and stagnant energy. There it is. That transformation energy of the Death card. There's more Scorpio. There's the Three of Wands. There's the Nine of Swords. Yep. Knight of Cups. Seven of Cups. One more. Four of Wands. Absolutely. So, like I said, here's that stuck and stagnant energy. There's that, I really don't want to go through this. I don't want to lose the things that I have accumulated. That is now, I'm hearing turning over a new leaf. That is now going to be leaving. Because as you let things leave, better things are starting to come in. And I feel as though that, yeah, there may be some worry or some strife, but I feel as though that these are the things that are keeping you up at night. The weird dreams and the things that are like, hey, get your head back in the game. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're starting to fall back asleep. Don't let that happen. So I feel as though that this Three of Wands is now getting you beyond this Nine of Swords. And then as these wonderful things are coming in, the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, you start to discover that you've got options. It's not just how you were continually doing things before. It's just like, oh, I don't have to do it this way. Just because Billy, Bob, Joe, Smo, mom, dad, brother, sister say that that's the way that this was done. Okay, for them, great. But for you, things could very well be different. And embracing your internal emotions and embracing you being different, Four of Wands. It's very happy. Celebration. It makes me think of like the Kingdom Dance from Tangled. Because you got the castle in the background. They look like they're dancing. They're having a great time. It's one of those happy energies that, you know, I mean, even in Tangled, sure. Even in Tangled, she was just like, this was the way that I've always lived my life. But as she stepped out of her comfort zone with Eugene, and as she decided that, you know, maybe things weren't as they were explained by Mother Gothel, it's just like, oh, she was wrong. And in the end, we come to find out that she was wrong. Like, she obviously was the bad guy, but it took Rapunzel that journey of not knowing in order to figure it out. So, this is the advice and the information and the cards that I have for you today. If this helped you, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. I would love to hear your guys' interpretation on this energy and how you guys are starting to kind of sift and sort through this energy as we move into Libra time. And if you are new here, hi. I know this was a lot for you to see today. And like I said, normally I don't read from this because it's normally a personal thing, but I felt as though that as I was writing all of this down, it was like, hey, you need to share this with people. So, but if you are new here, please consider subscribing. I know it's a small community, but this small community is very close to my heart. It's full of nothing but love and support. So thank you all for the old subscribers, for the returning subscribers, and for the new ones. I very much appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very much for joining me today. This is what I have for you, and I will see you all again later. Bye, guys.